head coach of Unicaja Navarro. Coach, welcome. Defending the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. Of course, a very exciting game you had yesterday in your opener. What do you expect to see a difference in your team in this big game against the BCL Asia champions, Utsunomiya Brex?
Well, always the first game is difficult. Nerves, tense, not the best feelings. You gotta step by step, minute by minute, trying to find your best sensations. So we hope that today we're gonna reduce the number of turnovers. Otherwise, we're gonna suffer a lot.
Coach, thank you very much, and all the best in your next game today. Thank you. Now here with head coach of Utsunomiya Brex, Zico Coronel. Coach, welcome to Singapore. Opening game for you here at the FIBA IC. How do you feel coming into this game?
We're very excited and really respect Coach Navarro, people of Malaga and Unicaja Baloncesto. You know, the club that they've built, we know it's a huge challenge for us, and we hope it takes us to a high level of play.
Of course, what do you expect from your players in this opening game? It's a much anticipated matchup.
I just hope they play the best version of themselves, or play aggressively, play on the front foot, and really believe in themselves.
Coach Zico Coronel, thank you very much, and all the best in your opening game.
Thank you very much.
Hello everybody, good evening and welcome back to the Singapore Indoor Stadium for the FIBA Intercontinental Cup Game Day 2 Group B game between Utsunomiya Brex, the B-League champions, against Unicaja Malaga, the BCL champions from earlier this year. You can see we just watched another thriller, Flamengo winning 84-82 after overtime over Illawarra Hawks, and now another battle ensues. And as we look at the standings, Unicaja with their win yesterday over Al Ali, they have 2 points. Al Ali have 1, and this is the first game obviously for Brex, so they have no points. And it's a Brex team without Isaac Fotu, their New Zealand international center. That is a big absence for them, so we'll see how they can adjust. And again, another look at the standings, but Brex will be upbeat about their chances. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Chuck Schreiner. And Chuck, I mean, to be quite honest, I'm still kind of shaking from the finish of that last game and the heroics from Alexei Borges, who hit a game-tying three-pointer to force overtime for Flamengo against Illawarra. I'm asking myself, why didn't Illawarra foul and not allow him to take that shot, and instead put him on the line? And then they lost in overtime, Illawarra. So that's a tough way to go down for them. But the good news in that group is that everything depends now on that last game. Flamengo still have a chance. G League United, they've got a chance. And obviously Illawarra still has a chance, so all to play for. But now Unicaja Malaga getting ready to face Brex from Japan. No doubt about it. Malaga the favorites in this game. They didn't impress me as much yesterday as I anticipated, but again, it's early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, they got their hands full yesterday too. A very, very physical game we saw against Alahi, and it was nip and tuck there. I think they finally won by 12 points, but at halftime it was 7. And you could see it in their eyes. On Alahi, they really thought they were in with a chance, and took a spirited comeback by Unicaja just to nip that game. So really, Jeff, every single game that we've had so far has been a barn burner, so to speak. First one we did with Flamengo, I mean, they're the Heartbreak Kids now. So 2 games in a row like that for them. They're battle tested, so you gotta like their chances if they can, like you say, make it into the finals. But here's the thing we don't know, the elephant in the room. how is Brex going to respond without their mainstay? They do have 3 or 4 players that are really who can fill in. They can take over that post down low. They're going to have to rotate, obviously, but you know, they have the personnel to do it, and we've seen that Unicaja perhaps is not the force that they've been in the past.
Well, yeah, I mean, not yet. I mean, maybe it just takes a little bit of time to bring in the new guys, but clearly some big departures from last season. When you talk about Tyson Carter moving on and Dylan Osetkowski, Melvin Edgem, hugely important players. You know, and even it slips my mind now who else is no longer there. Key players, but let's talk about the B League. I mean, the B League, in many senses right now, is where it's at. This league is getting everybody. They're so excited. We see a lot of the Brex fans have come all the way from Japan to watch this game. And there's just so much positive energy coming from Japan. You know, I think the players like to go there for the different culture, the good contracts. That makes a difference. And, you know, but this is you know, I'm looking at this like this is a huge step up for them to go up against one of the best teams in Europe.
Well, just as you said, I mean, it proves their viability, doesn't it? Apparently, we were talking to some people yesterday. They've got 100 different sponsors. So now these aren't just sponsors that are giving $100 here, $100 there. No, they are investing in the league. We talked to one of the NBA representatives last year during the Intercontinental Cup, and they said hands and shoulders above every other league in Asia is this B League. And it sort of came out of nowhere. If you were to ask us 10 years ago even, or even 8 years ago, what the status was of B League, they go, B who? So, but now that's not the case. As you said, Jeff, I mean, they're getting a lot of good players from a lot of different leagues. The standard is going up. The fans have responded.
Well, the national team, let's not forget, the national team has had a lot of success, you know, getting to the World Cup, getting to the Olympics. Yuki Kawamura has done a great job. They had a disappointing FIBA Asia Cup. You know, it was a tough competition for them, but Tom Hovas, the head coach, one of the best coaches I've ever seen, and I'm hopeful that they will stay together and move forward, because I still think he's a good match for them. But we talk about Cam Taylor, who's left as well from this team, from Unicaja Malaga, and we shall see. They still got some important players coming back.
No, I didn't mean to minimize their chances whatsoever. Their quality, they're well coached. They've got a terrific following. So, you know, that name Unicaja goes without saying. I mean, if you're Brex and you're sitting there and you're playing with the likes of them, as you correctly pointed out, Jeff, I mean, the world has changed.
FIBA Intercontinental
Cup also without Utsunomiya. So yeah, so 5 really good players from their championship-winning team. They've still got continuity, probably more continuity than most teams would expect. And we're going to get a look at their players. We look at these highlights. So many opportunities. Taylor drives in and scores to the lead and 6. Perez, oh, great play. Gonna go all in, gets one.
So
we're going to look at Unicaja Malaga as they're introduced, and it's not just winning the BCL, you know, the Basketball Champions League back-to-back years. They've also won the Copa del Rey. They won the FIBA Intercontinental Cup last year. This is a team right now that is just got so much positive momentum and energy, and they get the captain, Alberto Diaz, one of the best defenders in Europe. And a huge absence from Spain's national team at the FIBA Eurobasket. Tyson Perez, Oleg Balcharovsky, who played. He's going to have to play bigger minutes this year with Yankuba Sima and Dylan Osetkowski no longer here. James Webb, one of the newcomers, he was the player of the game yesterday.
Absolutely, yeah, he was. I was talking to him at the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're pretty much in a situation with the pool of talent that they've got there and the tradition that they've got. They're almost like plug-in players. Okay, they will step up if you give them the opportunity. Now, we know they've got a great feeder system as well. We haven't talked much about that, but they've got guys bubbling under, you know, the under-19 teams, the under-16 teams, sort of like their soccer programs and like Flamengo soccer programs. Basketball is a sport that is exploding worldwide. And, you know, Unicaja, they have that same sort of system. And they've got the players that they can, they don't mind losing somebody. They say they don't mind losing. Well, of course, when you lose quality, but
they're bringing in seasoned veterans. That said, they did have Mario Saint-Supéry a couple seasons ago before he went to Manresa. Wasn't quite where he needed to be, a teenager, and is now clearly one of the great Spain talents. Going off to play at Gonzaga next year, play for Spain this summer. Kylian Tilly will have a more prominent role this year. And we saw Jonathan Barreto, we saw Nehad Jedovic coming out, and Amir Sulemanovic, one of the veterans, coming back. And then you got one of the best point guards in all of Europe, and Kendrick Perry. This is the guy that really makes this team go. Yeah. So, and Ivan Navarro, who, by anyone's account, easily one of the best coaches in Spain and one of the best coaches in Europe. His trajectory just keeps going up, up, and away. Now for Utsunomiya Brex. So here they are, Utsunomiya Brex, led by Zico Coronel. Of course, they had that incredibly emotional season last year, not so much winning the title, but losing their coach. The sad passing of Kevin Braswell after the season started. So Zico Coronel is a good friend and assistant, now the head coach. And this is an experienced team. Mako Hiyajima coming out, one of the all-time great Japanese national team stars and one of the great B-League players. And Yusuke Endo, who also, you talk about the guard play for this team. They're going to have to play very well. Kosuke Takeuchi, the long-time Japanese national team player, no longer in the national team, but clearly very important. Aoki, maybe this is an opportunity for him to get some minutes for this team. And you also get number 12 coming out, Shinji Takashima, who's gotten more minutes.
Yeah, they're pretty deep, especially at the guard position. And that traditionally that has been a strength of the Japanese teams. They'll get the ball down the court. They play tenacious defense. They still do. I got a chance to see them in the EASL, and they literally ran the EASL Cup for the last couple of years. Nobody can touch them. I mean, they're beating teams by 15, 20 points, and sometimes with a different roster every time. So the depth is definitely there, and can't say enough about the B-League. Of course, Josh can speak more to that. He's a regular commentator with that league, but they are so impressive. And then you add, the naturalized citizen Gavin Edwards and what he's meant to the team too. He's 37 years of age, but he is the glue that keeps this team together, in my opinion.
Well, you got DJ Newbill, who is without a doubt. I would say it's Newbill and Jarrett are going to be the two players that make this team go. Gavin Edwards, the veteran, and Grant Jarrett coming out. And I too have the good fortune to be able to call a lot of B-League games every year, and there's no doubt. You look back at last season's final, beating Ryuka Golden Kings. This was a team that not only excelled during the regular season. The thing is, in Japan, it is a long season. Yeah. So you have to be able to hold together. Look at this, Martin Kozlovskis, the crew chief from Latvia, Yener Yilmaz from Turkey on the left, and Wasim Husseini from Canada on the right. So 3 FIBA referees. I just saw both Yilmaz and Kozlovskis calling games at the FIBA Eurobasket, and they don't just call any games, they call big games. Yeah. So FIBA Intercontinental Cup, it's great to know that you've got the guys that know the rules that are here making all the calls. Starting 5, Unicaja Malaga will be Tyson Perez, Oleg Balcherovsky, the Poland international, Tyler Kalinowski, the great shooter, Jonathan Barreto, great shooter, Kendrick Perry, the field marshal, with Webb, Diaz, Castaneda, Jedovic, Sulemanovic, Tilly, and Kravish coming off the bench for Iban. There he is. He looks too young to be such a good coach.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I mean, he looks like he could suit up, and get out there, or at least be a piece off the bench, doesn't he? I mean, what a team this is. What a tradition that they have, and very, very organized. maybe they've had some down years, you know, not in the last 4 or 5 years, but even before that, you watch him on TV or anywhere as we look at the starting five for Japan.
Mako Hiyojima, Shinji Takashima, DJ Newbill, Gavin Edwards, Grant Jarrett with Endo, Takeuchi Aoki, Watanabe, Ishikawa, Hoshikawa, and Ikaruga coming off the bench for Coach Zico Coronel. And, you know, we didn't talk much about Ikaruga, but here's another guy that plays very important minutes. And Coronel in his first full season at the helm, the New Zealander, very well liked back down in New Zealand and in a really good spot now in Japan. And, you know, it's a great opportunity for him. So he's already, the pressure's off in a way.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better. He's already won the title.
Right. Yeah. In the you know, national team assistant coach in New Zealand, and that's a rising program at all. What a job he did there. Undefeated team. You know, I can't do much better than that. So yeah, he's getting his just rewards right now and taking full advantage of it. So I have full confidence that he's going to come out here, and this is going to be a firecracker of a game. I can promise you that. One worry I have, I don't know, Jeff, about Brex is, you know, their bench. You've got your three bigs. You've got the naturalized Edwards, and you've got the two Americans. You know, you got Newbill, you got Jarrett. But what else do they have besides that? In other words, just one or two of those pick up some fouls. I mean, that's the what they're talking about online at the moment. I haven't really thought of it that way until a couple of hours ago. But I worry about their depth a little bit.
Well, you're only as good as in these types of situations as the guys coming off the bench, because they've got to hold the fort, so to speak. And I think probably the bench is a little bit better than probably we'll give it credit for, but is it as good as the bench of Unicaja Malaga? I would not think so.
No, I mean, so that's just something that popped up in my head. And, you know, plus the game's 40 minutes. So are you asking all three of these guys to go in and play heavy minutes, 35, 36 minutes if the game is really close, maybe even more, and having to keep their fouls in check as well without, does that limit their aggressiveness? So these are all questions that they're going to have to answer as the game progresses, but I'm real excited about this.
Well, on the other hand, you've got, and I think we saw this in the last game, although Flamengo overcame it. You know, this is the second consecutive day that Unicaja Malaga are going to play. So, you know, come, you know, midway through that third quarter, into the fourth quarter, maybe those legs start to get a little bit tired here, because effectively, you know, we're still in the preseason for these guys. And in that sense, maybe that's where the fresher legs of Brex might come in hand, since this is their first game.
No, that's a good point. They were beat up yesterday. I mean, I know the score might not indicate they win by over, you know, double digits, but Hill was a tough customer yesterday.
Oh my goodness,
that was one of the, I think that was the most physical game that I've seen, especially in that first half. Now, of course, they overcame it in the second half, and they, you know, their quality shone through. But my goodness, it was a tough slog going for them the first three quarters.
Well, Malaga, the city of champions, looking to start off the new season with another championship. And don't forget, they've already won the Andalusian Cup against Granada in Spain. They come here with a little bit of momentum. And they also have that hard-earned win on day one. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome. We are underway in the Singapore Indoor Arena. Utsunomiya Brex and Unicaja Malaga in the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. And it's Unicaja Malaga winning the opening tip, wearing their traditional green with purple stripes, and they get it to Balcerovski, who goes in for the opening dunk.
Yeah, he gets behind the defense. You can see the quick trap on the ball handler out front. Didn't do any good. Nice vision to catch the open man down low.
Here's Jarrett, and that is the man. That's a great sign. It's a great sign for this team, because they need him to have a huge game tonight.
That's right. And the good thing about Jarrett is he can do it from inside and outside. I love the way he went glass there.
You know, I say the go-to guys, talking about Newbill and Jarrett, but also Hiyojima. Oh, look at that three-point shot. Tyler Kalinowski, and talking about a shot across the bows, that is a big-time warning shot, because once he gets it going, look out.
Yeah, that's going to be a staple for Unicaja tonight. They need their long-range game to work. It opens up everything for them.
Edwards missing it from a long way out. Edwards has played for Japan's national team, and Edwards going for the steal there. So, you know, you've got Hijima, Edwards, and again, Jarrett. They're not going to be able to play. I would be surprised if they played more than 30 minutes. It's probably more likely to be high 20s.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Unicaja, I believe, does have a distinct advantage on players that they can bring in, the role players that they can come in and insert at multiple different positions. I just don't think that Brex has that luxury, so it's going to take a full complement of their players, maybe rotating around, people switching positions, 2 going to 3, 3 going to 1. You might even see ball handlers.
Hey, let's don't forget about the 6th man. There is an amazing crowd that has come from Japan to support Brex tonight, and they're all posting up over there behind the bench. Now here is Perry, and the ball goes up. No good. Great rebound. You know that makes a difference for these guys. They know they're there.
Some ankles broken on that last parlay.
Here's Newbill.
Good job rolling off the screen, but look at that.
Newbill is a walking double-double. Oh, he's not going to get an assist for that one, that's for sure.
Unicaja bringing their defense way up to the top, forcing Brex to look down. Now, somebody has to be open, but we saw the bigs up front there helping with that trap on the last play. So both these teams coming out aggressive on defense at the beginning.
Well, tough defensive assignment taken by Shinji Takashima, guarding Perry and forcing the turnover.
Yeah, that's that aggressive defense we were talking about. All hands on deck. Nice rotation on that.
I think what you'll see a lot with Brex is you'll see Hijima get touches and let him, depending on who's on him, and get drives and either score or pass. And you'll say the same with DJ. Here he is getting it to Mako. They switch on to him. They know how dangerous he is.
Oh boy, some contact down low right away. So see who that goes against. And again, it can't emphasize enough. Japan needs to stay out of foul trouble. Brex does with their bigs.
Balcerovski. Oh, yeah, that was Balcerovski's foul. And another foul.
See Hijima rushing up there to provide the screen. Push from behind. Watch it again.
Kalinowski,
yeah,
giving the push.
He lost a step on that. He was supposed to come up. He didn't anticipate very well, so he gets forced into the push.
Kalinowski, one of the many greats that played for Bob McKillop. Davidson, here's Grant Jarrett. Missing that open 3.
Again, both these teams need to establish themselves from outside early on. Just opens up so many other vistas of scoring when you can do that. That's a wide open look.
Well, oh boy. I think that's probably a break, it looked like to me, for Brex.
Well, Edwards certainly looked like he was right in the neighborhood.
I mean, if Jarrett, if he's going to be guarded by Balcerovski, he could pull him away from the basket, then that becomes an issue, I think, for Unicaja. Here they are to the corner.
Good rotation.
Here's Jarrett. You're going to leave him wide open. He's got to make that, and he does.
Yeah. 32 years old, 208 centimeters, power forward he's listed as, but we know better than that. He can get it done from anywhere on the court. Led the Champions League with 27 points in the finals. And of course, he's got NBA experience, NBL experience as well. So another one of these basketball nomads you love, apply their trades anywhere in the world.
Yeah, he's definitely a journeyman, but in a good way. He's able to travel the world.
Absolutely.
Here's Balcerovski. Not able to turn. Now he's got his post up, and Jarrett winning that battle.
Arms going one way, the body going the other way. That was always going to be a short.
DJ drives in, banks it in.
Got the mismatch he wanted. To Balzarowski.
And the pass up to Barreto. Newbill's got to get back.
Yeah, that's what Newbill is saying. Come on, guys, you've got to get back. Can't stop and celebrate your laurels.
Three-pointer from Newbill. That's what he does. He can hurt you in a myriad of ways.
Right. He's a slasher by trade, but he can also do that all day long. You've got to put a hand in his face.
How about Perry? Way too easy for him, but he misses the shot. Now quickly, Brex.
You got a 5-on-4 here. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Waited too long.
Ijima with the floater, and
there's a late whistle.
We got 2 free throws. No, we did not.
See, you can see motioning. See, there was a mistake there. And you can see number 2, Balcerowski, a little bit slow to respond. I don't know, very, very early, but it just looks right now that Brex has the edge in speed, that's for sure. Very good court vision by everybody on Brex, especially their number 6. A little playmaker is impressive, Hijima.
Well, the veteran Takeuchi comes into the game, the former Japan national team center.
40 years of age. He goes way back to 2006, Jeff.
Yep. Back in our younger days. Newbill gets it up and in.
Yeah.
Great start for DJ.
Finding the range.
Killian Tilly hands it off. Barreto cutting down. Beautiful.
That's twice he's done that. He's knifing through the defense. They're going to have to tighten things up around that middle.
An offensive foul. Edwards moving screen. A little bit of pain for Jonathan Barreto.
Yeah, that's a cruncher there. Especially, you know, when you don't see it coming.
It's a knee knock. So Barreto's going to go out. James Webb is going to check into the game. And this issue that we talked about, very important part of this game. Kase Hoshikawa also in the game for Brex, but you know, getting into that bench, and we're only midway through this opening quarter.
Let's see how they respond.
Sulemanovic also in the game for Unicaja.
Look at the movement away from the ball.
Look at the lob!
Yeah.
And Webb!
Yeah, you can smell that coming. You can see the movement without the ball. Great job by Unicaja running the baseline. Had double baseline movement that time, from left and to right, and then the other way as well. Hitting the open man on the alley-oop.
Shinji Takashima gets it to Newbill, goes in for the easy layup.
Yeah, it's too easy. You said it, Jeff.
He read what was there. Here's Perry, bounce pass. Look at the passing.
Oh my
Tilly
goodness.
lays it up.
This is way too easy. I don't know if that 2-3 zone is going to work.
The passing game for Unicaja has been excellent. DJ for 3, he's feeling it.
What? You know, as long as you can keep hitting your shots, but I worry, you know, jump shooters, they can come hot and cold. And it's
Kalinowski, but nobody boxes out Sulemanovic.
It's just too easy right now for Unicaja. They're just splitting this defense in 2 on the inside. They're getting bucket after bucket.
And a foul. Kalinowski, that's his second. Or is it going to be on Sulemanovic?
Unicaja 3 team fouls and Brex with 2.
So this is the latest. This is the lob, rather, to Webb.
Yeah, see, ball watching. 1, 2, 3 white shirts and 4 white shirts in the vicinity, but nobody being proactive on defense there.
So it was indeed on Kalinowski. That's his second foul. He goes out. Alberto Diaz comes in, and Newbill gives up the layup to get a 3. And that's one where you're giving up a layup to get the ball to Takeuchi.
Yeah, you're trying to trying to give everybody a touch, Jeff, and it just didn't work out for him that time. But that was a wide open look. You got to take that.
And this time the basketball batted out of bounds by maybe a break. Yusuke Endo also in the game right now for Brex, veteran guard. He often starts, as is number 18, Seiji Ikaruga. He'll be guarding the inbounds. TJ Newell getting away with a shirt tug on Webb. Here's a three-pointer for Castañeda. And the whistle blows. Castañeda, excuse me. The whistle blows. And a foul called on Unicaja.
Well, Brex right now hitting 3 of 6 of their threes. That's what's keeping them their noses in front right now. 50%. 1 of 4 for Unicaja. Rebound 6 to 4 in favor of Unicaja.
Yeah, already over the limit. So free throws. This is a interesting. This is a very big opportunity for Brex.
Well, this is
easy points, and Edwards misses the first.
This is the time you need to be aggressive if you're Brex on the break. Anytime you can. You've already got him in trouble as far as fouls. So go straight at him if you can.
Ooh. That is not what the doctor ordered.
No, that's
back in Brex.
Say that's not what you want.
There's Tilly.
Yeah. Overload on that left-hand side. Now watch for baseline movement. There's a cut right there. Yeah, it's there.
Tilly goes up. He's fouled. He's got a chance for a three-point play. Ikaruga.
Man, oh man.
If he's going to foul, he needs to prevent the bucket.
Yeah. You know, if we can see it up here, I'm certain they can see it there. It's just their inability to do anything to stop it at the moment. They're getting way too many points down low. Watch this again. There's the cut. And look, just not playing defense at all. Just stabbing at it with your foot. That's not going to get it done. Wide open. There's your mismatch down low there. Nothing he can do.
So Unicaja back now on top, 18-17.
Brex is going to have to get something going besides from the outside. Look at everybody just standing around at the moment.
There's Jarrett, hands it off to Newbill. Goes behind the back, over to Jarrett. And that's good, the three-pointer, good basketball.
Yeah, you can keep doing that, no problem.
Brex back in front, now Killian Tilly.
Got away with one there.
Great block by Takeuchi.
Got away with the travel.
I think he was caught off guard by Takeuchi. Rolling back the years with the rim protection.
Well, you can see him drag that rear foot, so just a serve that time. And again, how far up?
From the corner, Endo, and there is potential putback. Get it back to Endo again. And they reset. Able to knock it over to Takeuchi. Shot clock about to expire. Jarrett. Endo has to launch it for three, but it's short.
Yeah.
And again, look at Endo hustle for the basketball. Or Ikaruga, excuse me. Ikaruga laying himself out.
Unicaja coming way up top on defense, just eschewing anything down low that looks like that they're not even considering protecting the ball down low. So this means that they have disregard for Brex's driving ability, being able to take the ball to the rack.
And a bounce past Jarrett. Key moment of the game with Newbill going out of the game because he is the straw that stirs the drink for this Brex team. Can they lock down on defense at this end? They played well, did well the last trip down the floor. Diaz.
Nice screens being thrown there. Look at that. Now he's free
for three. Diaz! And the man who has best known for his defense, certainly capable of knocking down some threes.
See, look how high that defense is for Unicaja.
Kiejima.
Now the Chicken's starting to come home to roost. They've missed 2 of their last 3 shots, and woefully short on both of them, so they're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Webb catches the double there, and his errant pass gets away with it. Diaz from the baseline, you know it!
Yeah, some recognition going on now. Unicaja starting to figure out things on both sides of the ball, actually.
Endo.
But just no penetration at all so far for Brex.
Yeah, they're relying way too much on this guy. 34, Grant Jarrett steps back. That's a tough shot.
The right decision there. So Unicaja lockdown defense, keeping Brex at bay. Watch this. A little bit of space is all you need, Jeff.
And Alberto Diaz takes what the defense gives him.
Jumping straight past him.
Castaneda and Unicaja will hold it for the last shot here. Final seconds ticking off the clock in the first quarter. And they had a foul to give, so that's a good one.
Ikaruga in the game now. Seiji Ikaruga, the 21-year-old for Brex.
Oh, no, he's not 21. He's a veteran. Multiply that times 2.
Ah.
But maybe we've got a timeout on the court with Unicaja going to the bench to draw up a play here.
So if we were saying Brex is going to have to do something with their interior.
Alberto, X take it out. ¿Vale? No, Alberto take it out, X right here. ¿Vale? I want this. Sube, vete a la esquina. ¿Vale? Okay. Look if we can get this goal. No, we want. This screen, James to get the ball here. Kick is in inside. ¿Vale? Sule corner. Okay? Coming here, a safety pass. Screen kick. Coming here in the middle, we try to pass the ball. To kick it inside to James, right away. ¿Vale?
If I can pass kicking, show me a
Look at this, it's 1.8, 1.8. ¿Vale? Venga, let's go.
No sé, man.
Chicos, let's go.
Okay, this is a good chance for Unicaja to try to run one of their plays coming out of the timeout to get a bucket. And these situations crop up throughout the year, so while obviously they want to get it done here, this is a good chance to practice it for the games ahead as well when they start their season in Spain and the Basketball Champions League.
I mentioned Ikaruga, 21 years old. Add 10, as Jeff sort of hinted at. He's 31 years of age, my bad.
No worries, they get the pass inside Castaneda for 3. And that was short. They were able to rotate Jarrett over in front of him. And that is the end of a frenetic first quarter. Unicaja Malaga leading 23-20 over Utsunomiya Brex.
Look at the points here. All the stats going at you. 80% for Brex. 4 or 5 rebounds. Not quite that lopsided yet, but as we predicated before the game started, Jeff, and we're sort of seeing it with the defensive pressure that Unicaja is putting on Brex on the outside. How are they going to get the ball inside? They cannot be a one-dimensional team and expect to win this game.
Well, we look back at the highlights, and Spaku, which means bird in Polish, that's his nickname, getting the first 2 points. Kalinowski, a good start for him as well. And a nice response here from Brex with Jarrett knocking down the open 3 and really kind of asserted themselves early with DJ Newbill and Jarrett. Those are the guys that you want to get going. The one guy that hasn't gotten it going yet is Hiajima, and he's the guy that, if they can get that third score active, whether it's with his drives or his buckets. But Webb, what we've come accustomed to seeing from him over the years is his aerial artistry. And we saw it on that lob. And then Alberto Diaz, who, no, it's just not about the defense for Alberto. He can also knock down some jumpers. So fun start to the game. But yeah, I think your point about the bench probably will start to tell sooner rather than later in this game. The onus is really on Brex, who looked a little bit tired at the end of that first quarter.
Yeah, and also the part of that is on the defense that Unicaja is putting on them. They are pressuring the ball. In fact, they've got 3 white shirts or 3 green shirts up top. This only leaves 2 to guard the interior, but guess what? They're not getting the ball down to the people that they need to get them to. They're not making the cuts. People are standing around on offense, and this is having a tolling effect on the team right now. Now, they're only down by 3. It could be a lot more. To their credit, they're knocking down the shots. As you said, well, as long as you keep knocking down the shots, who cares?
But
well,
that's going to stop eventually. So you're going to have to, like you say, when you see the double team, somebody's got to be open. And I think DJ Nuba will probably regret passing out that ball when he had a wide open layup. But anyway, second quarter underway here in Singapore, the indoor arena. Unicaja Malaga defending their FIBA Intercontinental Cup title from last season, starting with Webb, Diaz, Castañeda, Jedovic now in the game, and Kravish.
Now you see the change now with Brex swarming defense, going towards the ball, trying to trap the ball if they possibly can to upset the rhythm by Unicaja, because they know that they have been passing the ball at will around the circle. So let's see if this keeps up.
Oh, good defense by Edwards, forcing the turnover. Ikaruga gets it back to Hijima, doesn't settle, drives in, and that's much better. So Mako Hijima is going to go to the free throw line.
Exactly right, Jeff. You know, just on cue here. Now they're starting to get more aggressive. Not that they were listening to us. It was obvious to everybody in the arena they're going to have to get something going besides just jump shooting. And immediately they go there and they get rewarded. They're at the line, so opportunity to score points. And you're going to need to do that from time to time. Actually, more than time to time.
Well, one of the biggest B-League stars, without a doubt, the former B-League MVP, Hijima, makes both free throws.
Let's see if that defensive pressure keeps up. It looks like it is. They're playing man-to-man at the moment, so that's a switch. Got a mismatch here.
Jedovic has it knocked away by Hijima, but he gets it back. Here's Castañeda, high arcing shot in the lane, doesn't go down.
Brex much more aggressive coming out of the quarter. Look at that screen.
Nice pass, Edwards. Well, that's their game. I mean, it's eventually maybe go to plan B. Here's Webb for 3, and that's off the arc, but good rebound, Jedovic.
Yeah, in between 2 white shirts. You know, that last play by Brex, they did everything right but execute the shot. But terrific screen, rolling off the screen, textbook stuff, but couldn't get the shot to drop. No, that being said, Jeff, it's a 1-point game, you know. As usual. I mean, we have not had one blowout, thank goodness, in this tournament so far.
Yeah, it's been a really good FIBA Intercontinental Cup. First couple of days, as expected, living up to the hype. Here's Kendrick Perry from deep. And another good rebound, this by Kravish, former California Golden Bear.
Second chance opportunity starting to mount up for Unicaja.
Tyson Perez.
Let's see if Brex will push it again.
Hijima. Oh.
Lost the handle.
Jedovic. Jedovic fouled a long way from the basket.
Well, this is fast and furious action compared to some of the other games that we have seen. More methodical, but you know, both these teams seem to be running on instinct at the moment.
Well, really, this is, I mean, Unicaja like to dictate pace with their game. They get after you, they speed you up, and that's where at their best. Timeout. Let's go down to the benches. So Chuck, this is not just any preseason tournament. You're talking about the FIBA Intercontinental Cup, and for a club like Brex, they know, looking up on both sides of the court, you have got a lot of Brex fans that have traveled, and they are obligated to come out and die for their team tonight.
No,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's helping them really.
Yeah, yeah. I saw you a little bit earlier. You and a couple of the other people talking to the fans. They travel well. That is for certain.
The Brex fans, but the B League, a lot of excitement, enthusiasm. There's Kendrick Perry.
Okay, now back to the zone defense.
Castaneda for three, misses, and Perez gets the rebound. Now Perry puts it up from deep. He's got it.
And all predicated by that offensive board. Second chance opportunity starting to mount up for Unicaja.
How about Hijima getting it up from deep, and he knocks it down. That's what he can do.
Trading threes. Well, that's good interior defense this time by Brex.
Here's Jedovic. Passes back to Kravish. He can shoot it, but he's long. Hijima now, and pulls it out.
Good coverage by Brex on that little foray that time.
DJ Newbill sees the path to the basket open up. He gets it to Endo from the right corner. Well, Endo has to be able to knock down that open three. He's missed a couple now.
Yeah, one from the other side.
Oh, and Hijima. I tell you what, Perry is very good about getting those three-pointers off when he anticipates the foul.
Yeah. What he did,
the Turkish referee not having it.
Yeah, he switched hands real quickly and just totally befuddled his marker, Hijima.
So Kaisei Hoshikawa back in the game, number 17, and the pass down low to Castaneda. Ball gets away, and here comes Brex. And it's the new man that's just checked in, but missing on the break. Hoshikawa. Now Castaneda gets it to Jedovic, who puts it up, and the foul called on Newbill.
Yeah, Brex catch a break right there. That was a terrible little sequence for them. They had two golden scoring opportunities, a little leaner in the lane on the one before that, and then again letting too many green shirts. They're, Unicaja, they'll come at you in waves, and that's what they're doing right now. They're working their cutters down low, and you have to make sure where you are. You can't get caught ball watching. That's happened time and time again. And Brex is lucky.
The only thing I would say is, Hoshikawa comes in, he's on the break, he pulls up. Is that the shot you want?
Yeah.
Because Unicaja, again, are trying to speed you up.
Sure.
But Jedovic misses the first free throw. We talk about one of the reasons why Al-Ali was successful last night was they were able to manage tempo.
Yeah, and they deny the interior, which Brex either can't or won't do at the moment. So, otherwise, I mean, if Brex could just do the little things, that they have some sort of presence down low, they could be winning this game at the moment.
They could be winning it if they knock down to three.
See how high that defense is again.
Travis, Newbill. Yeah, he's going to try to go at him. Nope, he hands it off. And three-point shot. Yeah. And that is their game right there. And it's knocked down by Takashima. The go-ahead three. How about Kalinowski for three?
Yeah, great ball movement that time. Great recognition. They knew they had Kalinowski isolated on that right-hand side. They swung it to him. Excellent. Another look at it, Jeff. Boom.
Well, good. I mean, you can't have too many complaints with the defense there. That's just good ball movement by Unicaja. Making the extra pass, get to the corner. And look at that. Each team with 2 threes in this quarter. And good minutes. And Hijima's going to come out. They got to manage his minutes.
It was what we might expect. I mean, the rebounding edge goes to Unicaja, 16-11. In fact, they've got 6 offensive boards, only 2 for Brex.
And another one, Shinji Takashima.
Crowd loving it. Crowd loving it. And right now, working on all cylinders for them. They have the 1-point lead, Jeff. Now let's see what they can do on defense. There's that screen, that little back screen.
Three-pointer for Kalinowski. Nope. Edwards goes for the rebound. Takashima hustles and saves it in bounds. And right now, Takashima is playing the X-factor role in this game.
He certainly is. He's come in full of energy. Hasn't let up yet.
Giving him that boost of scoring. Kalinowski was looking to get the steal. Hachikawa drops out. That's not the shot that you want. Hachikawa, you got to give it up.
Trying to create.
Great hustle back by Edwards. Couldn't quite get it. And here's Perez. Goes for the dunk and misses.
My goodness.
And that creates an opportunity, and that is a pass that Newbill doesn't need to make.
Yeah, very sloppy on both ends of the court right now. They need to settle things down.
Perry has it, whips it to the wing. Jedovich for three. And that time a little fortunate they were able to, Kalinowski hustling to the basketball, but they're able to knock it away and keep possession.
Yeah, doing the right thing, slowing it down, a little bit frenetic. Both teams out of control.
And Newbill, well, here is Perry, behind the back pass. I think, I'm not so sure it was necessarily a bad attempt by Tyson Perez. He just missed the dunk. And ultimately, Unicaja reclaimed the lead, 32-31.
But these are things that happen when the game gets sped up on you, as you know. As we watch it again, well, this is the play after that, but there's a behind the...
A little bit of dipsy-do, a little bit of highlight reel, a little bit of razzle-dazzle from one of the best players in Europe, Kendrick Perry.
Like in your day, Pete Maravich style, huh?
I have to call my good friend Nelson Isley and tell him that you gave him a mention. Here is, and Kravish putting it up in. Let's go down to the bench and listen to the coach. Well, we look at Takashima, and that guy right there has been huge for this Brex team, staying in it, because you know the pressure. We identified it before the game. Hijima, Jarrett, Edwards, Newbill, but you need that other player to come in and make some plays, and he has been that player today.
No, you're exactly right, Jeff. We talked about the bench, and Japan is coming through with the moment. Albeit everything is from the outside. Look at that swarming defense.
Ikaruga, notched into three. He gets it to Newbill. Needs to get it up. It's going to be Ikaruga for three and misses everything.
Yeah, that's that little freelance move. Then you see there's no space. With about 6 seconds left, you kick it out to a shooter who's planted there. But you can see him look up at the clock. He saw he only had a couple seconds. Took his mind off what he was supposed to do. Missed a shot by everything.
And if we say Takashima is kind of an X factor, he does start, but still it's something that, you know, any contribution is a real huge bonus for them. Ikaruga and Indo not so far contributing like the veterans probably need to be for this team to have a chance. Here's Balcerowski handing it off to Kalinowski. Kendrick Perry for three. Front and back stays out, and there's Newbill. He could finish with a double-double tonight. There's Jarrett, skip pass, Takashima, and this time it's short. He hustles back on defense, but not fast enough as Barreto lays it up and in.
Yeah, you cannot let that happen. You cannot let somebody get behind you, especially when you're in the half-court set. You've got to anticipate.
That's one of the problems if you miss a three like that.
Oh, boy.
Takeuchi back outside, and here he is, Takashiki, and another one. Takashima, rather, another one for Shinji.
Yeah, got the roll. I mean, they're just unconscious from outside. If we look at the shooting percentages right now, Brex is shooting 63% from inside the arc, 37% from three-point land. There's your story right there. They're shooting the lights out.
Well, they get it to Barreto. He's a good shooter, and he shows it again. And the problem that you've got guarding Unicaja is they've got multiple players that can stretch that defense. They can knock down three-pointers.
So they're 48% from two-point land and 36% from beyond the arc themselves. So both these teams shooting very well, Jeff.
Takeuchi, shot clock winding down. Newbill, he's going to put up, no, he's going to pass it back inside. And once again, maybe not the right decision by DJ Newbill.
Just a little bit out of sync now. Unicaja doing the right thing. They're spreading things out to see where the mismatches are. Get somebody cut.
Perry!
Yes.
Blew past Takeuchi, had the mismatch.
That's right, you got the mismatch because you spread the floor out. Spaces start to appear, cracks start to appear, you take advantage of it. Rumbles right through.
Crucial moment in the game. Brex have done so well, they don't want to fall further behind here. They're down by 6. Biggest lead of the game for Unicaja.
Again, settling for the outside shot.
Here's Jarrett. They get it to him back to the basket and has it knocked away. Newbill steps back for 3, and Balcerovski with the basketball, with the rebound.
Rebounds 20 to 15.
Fortunate, gets away. Now a chance, Ikaruga. Newbill. Great defense by Perry, getting his hands up.
Just a little bit sloppy again. We have nice, clean basketball for a while, then it disintegrates.
And here's the lob inside. Balcerovski brings it down. Spacco's in motion. He goes up and he scores.
Yeah.
Dancing his way in there for the layup.
You've got to seal the baseline. Nobody was around. He saw his opening. Little drop step move. Up and around.
But Balcerovski this season has to be one of these go-to guys inside. Along with Killian Tilly, along with Kravish. No more Osakowski, no more Jan Kubasima.
You can see the lead starting to bulge a little bit now. Brex needs a score here.
And they turned over and they've left just enough time, and Takashima can't bring it up. But right now, Unicaja have their biggest lead of the game. And I think halftime could not come soon enough for Brex because the floodgates are about to open.
Yeah. And on top of that, they're over the limit as far as their fouls go too, so they can't make any more fouls. So, it's just a matter of time when you see a team that relies on nothing but the jump shot all the time. Yeah, they're gonna keep it real close for a long time, but very, very seldom, Jeff, do you see a team go post to post doing nothing but shooting jump shots. It just doesn't happen in today's game. Another look underneath, getting behind the defense. Now watch this move, little drop step, perfect, and nobody moving. A lot of ball watching. Look at,
Oleg Balcerovski.
Takashima, his feet in quicksand there.
Screen your own man and Kiki come to the top. Tyler play curl, you screen your own man, okay? And Kiki pop. Yeah.
Exactly the same thing, but do it here to use these exits. You get me? So try to elbow.
Venga, va first one. Venga, a ver si cuando se
First one to use
Tyler,
exits from
bloquea tu propio hombre, si llega tarde. ¿Vale? We got it, yeah. Let's try.
Well, you're good if you're Unicaja Malaga and you leave a player like Chris Duarte out today. I don't know if that's because of matchups or because of they want to look at a different roster tonight. Because you're talking about a guy that's spent the past several years in the NBA. I mean, this guy's a star with the Dominican Republic. But they don't have him tonight. But anyway, we've got 1.3 seconds left in the first half. Perry gets it to Tilly for 3. Well, Killian Tilly can certainly make that shot. He misses. Fist bump to his fellow Frenchman, Ronnie Turieff, as he walks off the court. It's Unicaja Malaga leading it 41-33 over Utsunomiya Brex at halftime. So we'll get a look at some numbers here.
Well, they're not going to be very pretty for Brex. If you look at rebounding, points in the paint, numbers like that. But man, they sure shot the ball well for a long period of time, especially from beyond the arc.
Kendrick Perry. Kendrick, quite a big test you're getting right now from the BCL Asia champions. How do you feel you guys have progressed so far and weathered the storm?
I think we're doing pretty well. You know, we expected them to come out with a lot of energy. Obviously, they didn't play yesterday, so we knew they were going to have a bit of a step to them. So after the first 20 minutes, I like how we responded after the first quarter, and I think we're in good shape. We continue to do what we do. I think we'll be all right in the second half.
Kendrick, all the best to you and your team going forward.
Appreciate you.
So Brex doing a great job of keeping this close. You look at the numbers, they've actually hit more threes than Unicaja.
Look at the rebounds, 21-15, assists 14-7. I don't know how significant that is. Turnovers 7-4. Yeah, it's the shooting percentage. That's what's kept Brex in it, as Todd was just saying right there. 12, those are your points there, 12, 8, and 8 for the big three. Barrio, Kalinowski. Very balanced scoring for Unicaja. Everybody's sort of getting in on it, especially at the beginning of the game when they had free run of that interior. We look at some of the highlights of that first half. There's Perry, the guy we were just talking to a minute ago. Nice response. Trading threes for a long time. Unicaja, nice rotation on the ball from the corner. Kalinowski, one of the guys we were talking about.
The man.
Yeah, Takashima. You've been singing his praises, Jeff, and yeah, he came through.
I mean, it's kind of a shame almost that Brex kind of allowed that lead to open up at the end of the first half, because, you know, you go to halftime down by 8 points, a little bit different to being down by, you know, 3 or 4 points.
Yeah, they missed a couple shots.
Everything else.
And they turned over the ball twice also in the last couple of minutes as well. So, you know, a team like Unicaja, they're like sharks. You know, they're going to be waiting for you. When you make a mistake, they're going to pounce, and that's exactly what happened the latter part of that second half.
FIBA president, I had a word with him as he walked off the court, Sheikh Saud Ali Al-Thani, and he's like, this is the best FIBA Intercontinental Cup that we've had. You could see the level of all the teams coming up, and we got a great game tonight. At halftime, it's Unicaja Malaga leading at 41-33 over Utsunomiya Brex. We'll be right back.
Head coach Zico Coronel. Zico, very good start for your team, of course. You've now gone through a little bit of a storm, but great performance from DJ Newbill. What do you feel your team has to do to try and get the victory today?
I mean, Unicaja is a smart team. They're learning as the game progresses, so they're adjusting, maybe not their covers, but the aggressiveness of the covers. So now we have to solve those covers.
Coach Zico Coronel, thank you so much, and all the best for the rest of the game.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
41-33 at halftime for Utsunomiya Brex, who, quite frankly, I think have had a really good first half. And I think, Chuck, to win their first game here at this tournament against the defending champions, against a club that maybe isn't as polished and Unicaja that we've seen in recent years, it's going to take them some time to build up that chemistry with the new players. To keep it competitive like this is already a huge accomplishment for this Brex team. Now, that's not to belittle their efforts, but let's face it, you know, Unicaja Malaga are the favorites coming into this tournament. And it's almost unfortunate, as well as Newbill has played, you know, just making a couple of decisions that's potentially cost them a couple of baskets. Yeah. Trying to get the ball inside to Takeuchi at the end of the shot clock and him relying on him to make a play. I think you would rather take your chances with Newbill putting up a shot. Yeah, for example.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, if it looks like, well, look, you know, it's a great idea. We want to be more multifaceted. We want to get the ball down low. We want to be multi-dimensional. But right now, they're not. They're one-dimensional, and it's starting to show, especially towards the last 5 minutes of that second quarter. It really started to get away from them.
They need the Endos and the Ikarugas to be able to knock down some shots. Yeah. You know, they've had the Takashimas come out. You've had some good plays from obviously Jarrett, Newbill, Gavin Edwards. It would help if he could knock down a couple of shots as well. And also Hiejima, who can really kind of impose himself maybe a little bit more in this game. But the reality is, this is a very good Unicaja team, and Unicaja are a team that they're not going to be happy if they don't leave Singapore with another FIBA Intercontinental Cup. Second half action is underway in the Singapore Indoor Arena. It's Unicaja Malaga with a 41-33 lead over Utsunomiya Brex. And you can see that Brex with the first possession. And Kravish and Unicaja already picking up the defense and forcing a turnover.
Yeah, and again, they try to get the ball inside, but nothing doing. Green shirts coalescing on whoever had the ball down low.
Kravish comes right out and knocks down the jumper for Unicaja.
And that's the price you pay. So, you know, quickly it's an 11-point bulge now for Unicaja. So let's see what transpires here.
Well, here's Takashima. Newbill whips the pass over to Hiejima. That's the man you want to shoot it.
Rotation a little bit slow by Unicaja to get over there in time, and
nice cut to the basket. Kalinowski, and they just move so well without the ball.
That's right. And interior defense again.
Bounce pass, Edwards.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that might be their first points of the game inside.
Oh. Well, We can always check that out. Points in the paint statistics. And again,
Actually,
this is Takashima trying to stick with Alberto Diaz.
They've got a 24-8. 24-8.
Advantage in
Yeah.
that department.
Unicaja.
Takashima harassing Diaz. Long way from the basket. Here's Kravish trying to pick up his game. Guarded by Edwards. Hands it off. Kalinowski looking for space. And the alley-oop. Boy, that was a good play. This Unicaja Malaga team playing with a little bit more sense of urgency.
Yeah.
And here is a three, and that's good for Newbill. Well, Newbill has to really start showing responsibility, as does Hijima for this Brex team.
A little 5-0 mini run by Brex. Let's see if they can keep it up. Keep the intensity.
Kalinowski from three-point range. And they're just playing with so much confidence. And you know, you talk about the departures from Unicaja, and we're talking about people stepping up. Kalinowski's already stepped up before, but maybe he can step up even more this season than what we're seeing tonight.
Little baby hook falling short.
Kravish, and I don't know if that ball is blocked, but it falls to Kalinowski. Webb, his three no good. And Newbill fought, and then correctly or wisely decided not to make that pass. Here's Jarrett, pulls up on the break. Ooh. Well, I think that was the right play. Just missed the shot. But the game is speeding up, and that is to Unicaja Malaga's advantage.
Another offensive board.
Tilly. Now Webb tries to get it back. And they are not executing as well on offense, Unicaja, right now.
Yeah, they've taken their eye off the ball just a little bit, so to speak. You know, they get that cushion, 8, 9, 10 points, and human nature sort of takes over. They think they've got Brex pretty well sorted out right now. That's always a dangerous thing. Brex certainly is capable. Oh, there it is. There it is.
They got it to Takashima from the corner. And then the push. Tilly pushes Edwards out of the way. And that'll keep the basketball at this end of the court.
Totally unnecessary by Tilly that time. But great ball movement by Brex. You can see right around the horn it went. And for the first time, Unicaja a little bit remiss in following the pass. Before that, they were stepping into the lanes and picking some of those off. Not that time.
Jarrett under pressure. Tilly with the rebound for Unicaja.
Little give and go pattern that time. Didn't work out. Execution.
Nice move, Killian Tilly, and takes advantage back up to 10 points.
Again, Unicaja blistering through the lane that time, splitting the defense, just shredding the interior defense. And there's backcourt.
And now carrying the basketball, turns it over, palming.
It's a backcourt violation. Oh, he's saying
you're right, it was, wasn't it?
Well, now's the time for Brex to step up. Really going to have to get their defensive chops in order.
Kalinowski from the elbow. Wow. He is on fire tonight.
Yeah, there was not a white shirt in the vicinity. Oh my goodness.
Pass goes out of bounds.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pattern we're seeing. Newbill gets the ball and about 3 other white jerseys stand around watching. Nobody taking responsibility. There are no cuts going towards the basket. Everything's being predicated by the outside shot. And then some frustration starts to seep in, as you can see right there. Newbill having some words. Plenty of time left, though.
It's Kalinowski. He's feeling it. Bam! Yeah. Another one.
Following the shooter, Kalinowski, he's a master at that. You've got to put a hand in his face. If you don't, if you quit moving your feet, it's lights out. Oh my goodness.
Another turnover. But this is what Unicaja Malaga does, and Kalinowski another three, and quite frankly, Chuck, this is now Kalinowski's world.
Yeah,
and we are living in it.
That's right. See for yourself.
He has been sensational. He is grabbing the bull by the horns. You can see Tyson Perez saying, okay, big fella, calm down. Cool off a little bit here. It's getting a little bit hot in the arena. You got 19 points, and we still got 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, this is confidence almost to the point of arrogance right here. Look at this. No, I'm not. I've got guys streaking towards me. They probably have a better percentage shot, but I'm going to take the three myself. So
yeah, but he's...
And when you're on fire, that's what you do. No doubt about it.
He is a competitor, and I think Navarro knows that he's got a real gunslinger on his team that if he gets hot, you got to give him the ball.
Well, that's who you want. I mean, that's the sort of person you want on your team. So a stern talking to on the bench. See if this initiates some little bit better effort on and off the ball by these Brex players, because they are being handed their lunch to them at the moment.
Yeah, this game right now is all about defense, intensity, and that is Unicaja Malaga basketball. And then they punish you at the other end. Takeuchi, very deliberate handoff. Takashima. Look at that defense. Webb battling for the basketball.
And you can see away from the ball, nobody moving, nobody making any cuts. So they are stubbornly sticking to the same plan that has got them in trouble to begin with, becoming very one-dimensional, which worked for a little while in the first and part of the second quarter, but its expiration date is long past, Jeff.
So Newbill for three at the end of the shot clock.
Great screen.
Castañeda over to Tilly from the left corner. Here's Kravish. They are a machine right now, blowing this thing wide open, outscoring Brex 20-8 now in this third quarter.
Yeah, they're just lining up. Again, they're coming at you in waves. Wherever you turn, there's somebody that just can't wait to shoot the ball. There's a wide open look. And again, you've got to make these shots. That was right around the free throw line. Little simple 15-footer.
Pass down low to Webb. He lays it up and in. And this is starting to get ugly pretty quickly here for Utsunomiya Brex, as Unicaja Malaga turn on the style.
Well, finally a cutter. But look, 1, 2, 3 jerseys not moving.
And again, another miss, unfortunately, for Takashima.
You know, in Brex's defense, I doubt if they've seen a team like Unicaja before.
But that's one of the great things about the Intercontinental Cup. Yeah, you can really test yourself against the best. And I think if you think about, you know, Unicaja coming from Spain, which I think most objective observers will tell you that outside the NBA, Spain probably has the second best league in the world, or historically. Yeah, and this is one of the best teams from that great league. Yeah. So
you might get some Italians arguing with you from year to year,
not right now.
Not right now.
I mean, you think, you know, you look top to bottom in Spain, and you better show up every Sunday to play. But I take your point. I mean, historically, Italy definitely has some great teams. Greece certainly with Turkey, some of their powerhouses, in Turkey, obviously with some of theirs. And that's one of the great things about these continental competitions, whether it's BCL Asia, whether it's BCL, you know, in Europe. you know, you're going up against these different leagues, but look at the number of Spanish teams, for example, that have won the Basketball Champions League.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
In its first 9 years, they've won the majority of them.
Yeah, Europe is the place. If you're not in the NBA, Europe is definitely the place to be as far as quality goes. We're rolling to the hoop there.
Nice finish from Utsunomiya but this is not to take anything away from Utsunomiya Brex. I mean, they came out, they had a great first, I would suggest, almost 19 minutes of the first half. Things didn't go well, and then this Unicaja Malaga team has come out and kind of punched them in the mouth in this third quarter. They've outscored them 24-9. But don't forget also, this is what Unicaja Malaga to do to a lot of teams. Whether they're playing in Spain or whether they're playing in Europe.
Well, it's just great to see Asian basketball, reach this level where you could. So 10 years ago, this was unthinkable. You wouldn't even have a team from Japan on the court.
Well, this is what they've been missing. They need somebody like Edwards to knock down some threes. If he's wide open, he's good enough to make that. So it's a 20-point deficit.
It's just, just from the get-go, we sort of noticed this. I think you did too. The first 3-4 minutes, it was obvious that there was going to be no inside presence for Brex at all. So what's to stop you if you know that, if you're on the other team, if you know that they're going to be playing like that, is another bucket.
I mean, they are just loaded. Utsunomiya, forget what I said about this team needing some games to find their rhythm. It looks like they found it. Here in this third quarter.
Well, maybe last night was an aberration and it lit a fire
goes
under
up
them.
and he gets blocked by Balcerovski. Gets fouled. Good defense. Takahashi maybe a little fortunate to go to the line here.
But they're sky high right now. And nothing they can do. No button that they push is the wrong button at the moment. I was going to say, I mean, Unicaja, they saw right from the get-go what they were up against. And so that's the reason why they put their defense so far out, because they knew that there was no answer to that. There was going to be nothing downstairs. So you pressure the shooters, which is going to further limit their scoring ability.
Nice drive, nice swat from Gavin Edwards. Get that out of here. And the ball turned over, now back the other way. Jedovic hands it off, Webb!
Yeah. Heard the announcer say showtime, that's exactly what it is. 12 turnovers now for Brex. Unicaja only 6. Rebounds getting ugly.
Edwards driving in, this time the wall, that rim protection there by Balcerovski, and Utsunomiya just lays it up and in. And we'll see if Unicaja might be able to get to the 100 mark tonight, because the way they have played in this third quarter, it doesn't look like anything's going to stop them the rest of the way. Edwards from downtown, and good defense. Well, Hijima got his hand on the basketball. Zico Coronel applauding the effort.
Well, another telling stat, Jeff, points after turnovers, 22-5.
Yeah.
Turnovers are 12-6, so basically every time you're turning the ball over, Unicaja is taking it the other way, and they're taking it to the house.
Well, fast break points, 10-2 in favor of Unicaja, so it hasn't necessarily been that aspect of the game that's done in this Brex team.
Yeah, they haven't they're doing it like this. Why would you need? You don't need fast break points. You're scoring at will from wherever on the court.
Well, Utsunomiya is now in double digits. He's played 7 minutes. Takeuchi, the veteran, the 40-year-old, putting it up and in.
A little bit more pressure, trapping the ball that time. Unicaja always looking inside. That's their first look.
Jedovic passes back. Balcerovski. Their shooting percentage in this third quarter is
phenomenal.
I'm looking for those little emoticons or emoji fire in my conversation to be able to introduce it. The final 6 seconds. They got to get up. Oh, I heard that slap all the way over here. It's only the 4th team foul.
Unicaja shooting 65% from the floor, 40% from behind the arc. And, you know, Brex, no disgrace, they're shooting 50% themselves, but guess what? They've only taken 14 shots. Now they've taken 28 shots from beyond the arc, and they're 36%.
So there's a shot right at the end, and it's a three-pointer that's made, and a chance for a 4-point play for Hiejima. Mako.
Sometimes little things come in big packages. Look at that.
So Sulejmanovic puts both hands to his forehead and says, what was I thinking about?
Yeah.
But I don't think you're going to be fretting too much up 76-49, but nevertheless, you're going to play well on every possession.
Yeah.
And Hiejima does indeed make the free throw, 0.6. And Brex are going to substitute here to prevent that pass. Going to get Hiejima out as well early. He is a fantastic player. And we've seen a little bit, even in a quarter where Unicaja Malaga have dominated Hiejima with the 4-point play. And it's 76-53, Unicaja Malaga on top of Utsunomiya Brex at the end of 3.
Well, you know, you got 10 minutes to go. If you look at some of the stats here, 50%, 65%.
But look at that inside the arc.
Yeah.
In terms of makes.
Yeah.
15 more makes.
That's right. They've hardly missed it all. And outside, not too shabby either. So, yeah, they talk about just a comprehensive demolition job. You're doing it from inside, outside. Defense not bad either. And again, you know, not to overspeak it, but this Brex team is not a bad team. They're champions of the B-League. So, you know, first game for them and stepping into the Lions Den against a team who probably feels that they had something to prove tonight, Jeff, after what happened last night. They won the game, but it was ugly. You know, let's be honest about it. The first half especially, they go to the locker room up by 7 at the half. They came back with a little bit of a vengeance, widened the lead a little bit. But Al-Hilal gave them everything that they wanted last night, so they wanted to make a statement tonight. And Brex just happened to be the team standing in the way.
Well, I think you could even go further. I think they had something to prove tonight after that first half tonight. But they definitely emerged from the locker room a different team.
Well,
playing with a little bit more fire, a little bit more intensity. Maybe the message, hey guys, if we're going to win this for the second year in a row, we got to play a lot better. We got to step it up. And step it up they did.
Yeah. So 35-20 bulge in the third quarter. So you put 35 points on a team in one quarter. That's saying something. That's NBA looking stuff.
That's me in high school. Going for 25 in a quarter. No, just kidding. That was you, Chuck.
You know, we can Google that, you know.
That was you.
And that wasn't me.
Thankfully, you can't Google that. It goes way far back. There is the whistle blows. So, Unicaja will get the day off tomorrow as well. Al-Ali will be the opponents for this Utsunomiya Brex team. I'm sure they're here scouting. I haven't seen their coach. And here's the lob, and Balcerovski saves it in bounds. Look at him pass it.
Yeah.
Hot potato. Jedovic for 3. Well, they just haven't missed a beat. He comes right out.
All started by an innocent little pick and roll that didn't work, so the kick out, very aware, spinning the ball around. Doesn't really matter who's got the ball, does it?
Oh!
Nice job.
A little help from the backboard. Now the turnover. And Balcerovski with the foul on Hijima. I mean, let's put it this way. If you've got a couple more Hijimas, a couple more Newbills, a couple more Jarretts, you know, then this is a fair fight. You know, Hijima can play with these guys. You know, this guy's a full Olympian. Here is two-time Olympian, in fact. There's Jedovic making it from deep.
But, you know, that's been the theme of this whole game. Japan has put up, or Brex has put up very, very resistance on the defensive end. To the point where they're not even...
three missing,
They're not even putting a hand in their face. They're not even within a yard of the shooter. And this has been ongoing from the beginning, from the get-go.
Oh, that's a pass. Oh, some shaking and baking from DJ. Oh, and the bucket, are they going to count it?
I think they should.
I know they did not. Did not get it off in time.
Well, I know it's discouraging for them, but look, you know, you're on the big boy stage right now, and every team in the world takes their lumps on the way to the top, right? I mean, you know, you go with the old coach's adages, oh, you know, success is getting up one more time, then you fall down. And there's a lot of falling in the process.
It's the story of my life, Chuck. I'm always falling. I'm always believing someday we'll make it. Ball knocked out of bounds.
But this is where you start, and this is what the players will remember. You know, they'll remember this night, and you know, they'll go out and then they'll improve their game. They'll look at the video, as distasteful as it is to them to look at it, but they'll look at it and they'll learn their lessons, and they'll come back.
Keeping it to this end, Amir Sulemanovic. Turn and the shot no good.
That drop step, lethal.
I don't know, they play so many games, they might not remember it. I mean, the more games you play, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they've got another game to play still, right?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. They got 2 more games to play.
Yeah, true. So they had the luxury of that one night off. They probably wish at this point that they didn't.
Still, this is day 2 of the FIBA Intercontinental Cup, and this is really the first game where it's gotten a little bit out of hand. And don't forget, we had an absolute blinder in the first game today that was won by Flamengo.
Well, we've had 3 jewels. We've had 3 jewels before this, really, you know?
Another turnover and a bucket for Kendrick Perry. And I think if you're the Utsunomiya Brex fans, you're like, wow, this is what they call a little bit of Spanish conquistador action. These guys are good. They've heard tale of the Spanish teams, and Grant Jarrett makes that jump shot. 84-57.
Yeah, they left their samurai swords at home on this particular occasion, but they'll be back.
They'll be back tomorrow. Here's Castaneda. Remember, a lot. And he makes the shot. He'll be eager to kind of find his role in this team.
You know, players are rolling off of screens and they're not getting rewarded for it because everybody's so confident of their shooting. They're taking it themselves.
Entry pass, Jared missing that one. Balcerovski brings it down. Whip pass. Oh, Sulemanovic had the slam dunk opportunity of a lifetime if he controls that. But at least he was able to save it before it went out of bounds.
Well, you mentioned about that century mark on the horizon. Looks doable.
Yeah. And there's the foul.
And
chance for Newbill to get a 3-point play.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised that Balcerovski only has a couple of rebounds to go at his 6 points.
So Hijima with 12, Newbill with 17, Jarrett with 12, and then the steep drop off. Takuchi with 4. Takashima with 8. Most of those were early on.
And believe it or not, DJ Newbill, depending on how long he plays, could get a triple-double. Here he is. He's already got 17 points.
Yeah. Yeah, 7 boards, 7 assists. He's kept himself out of foul trouble, which is good. Where would they be without him?
Well, at least we've got Hironori Watanabe in the game, the captain, number 13. He is one of the great entertainers in the B League. Certainly one of the most loved players in this Brex team. Right. He's guarding the basketball right now.
The crowd loves him.
Castaneda has it taken away. Good job by Takashima. Oh, nice little Euro step from Takashima, but he misses the shot. Might have been better advised just to pull up and take a jumper.
And did you see how quick Unicaja got back? I mean, here they got a 26-point bulge, and every green shirt was...
Good effort, Jared. Keep playing, Jared. Nice play.
Every green shirt sprinting back.
Barreto with the foul. Look at Diaz and Barreto trying to get on the same page and execute. Good leadership from Diaz. They're taking it every possession just as serious as they do at the start of the game when it's 0-0. Newbill!
Great. Nice job around that screen. Nice screen provided by Jarrett that time.
21 points now for Newbill to go with his 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Sulemanovic. Interesting match.
See, they had him trapped. All they had to do is put one more white shirt on him.
Drives in, tough take.
Nice, Buck, but I just don't understand what developed before that. You had an opportunity with 3 white shirts in the area. Why not trap the ball? Struck the view so he can't pass over the top. Just fundamental things just not being done. There it is.
I mean, this is Takeuchi rotating. He's never going to be able to stay in front of Diaz. And Diaz does not make the free throw.
Well, the fans have not given up. That is for certain.
Jarrett, another bucket. Makes it back to a 23-point deficit, 4.5 minutes remaining. Whistle blows. Watanabe with the foul. And if you look, so tomorrow, it'll be G League United against Illawarra. That'll be a huge game.
Is that the first game?
That's the first game. So you want to make sure that you're not missing that one, Chuck.
Yeah,
I know you want to.
I'll be here.
I know you want to be at the hamburger joint at the American Club.
Yeah. That's a tough call, but I'll be here.
Oh.
Here comes the screen again.
And Balcherovsky rattles out. Actually, are you doing that game tomorrow with me, or is it Josh? Have you decided?
Well, up to you.
You're going to have to.
You're the honcho. So
you're going to have to duke it out with Josh on that one.
No, I think I'm scheduled to do that one. I think I'm in the clear. Unless you guys change it on me.
That's a thriller. Not my job. Here is Unicaja bringing it. Can they get to 100? I don't think they will. It's 88.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't matter, but I don't think they will. But they can certainly prove me wrong. Castaneda.
I don't really think that's on their mind now. I think they're
trying to run their stuff.
That's right. Yeah, it's what we colloquially call trash time or thereabouts. 3 minutes 40 seconds to go, and you got a 23-point lead.
Well, you know, the thing is, when you have a 24-second shot clock, your coach is looking at this like he wants to see you run a play the right way. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
so,
sure.
yeah, I mean, you take the shot clock away, and then maybe you kind of ease up a little bit. But now, you know, I mean, we had the shot clock for a long time now.
Well, also
he doesn't want to see some bad plays start eroding in there.
And look, he's going to rotate guys in, and now they're not going to go in there and not try.
Yeah.
Right. So, sure.
Balcherovsky. That's where he needs to get his percentages up.
You know, if you know that you're only going to be getting 4 or 5 minutes a game, and if it's a blowout, then there's just 4 or 5 minutes, and you're going to go in there and you're going to try and turn some heads. You don't really care what the score is.
No, definitely not. Spaku makes 1 of 2.
Now suddenly they're moving better than they have the whole game. Now they go back to standing around. See, that's, look.
Well, that's
he got it.
Chance for a 3-point play. I think they're kind of spacing the floor just so Jarrett can go to work.
I mean, but I think Unicaja knows that. So that's been their repertoire the entire game. So you would think that you would, I mean, look at the scoreboard. Change things up when things don't work. Go to plan B and then plan C.
89-67. And they do have to bear in mind the reality they've got a game tomorrow.
Yes, they do.
Fooling pass, baseball pass all the way up the floor to Barreto. Beltrowski raises his arms in the air and says, yes, I've got that assist. I get the dime.
I'll go back on you again. That looked like Roger Staubach to Drew Pearson.
Very good. The legends, love those guys. Ultimate respect. I know you're a Cowboys fan now.
No, I'm not.
Oh, here, oh, the swat. Ikaruga has his shot swatted out of bounds by Balcerovski. We don't want to dwell on this too much, but who is your team?
I'm a Niners fan. Yeah.
But you're from where?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm from Maryland.
Okay.
I'm not a Colts fan.
And you're not a Washington fan?
No, I'm not. How about you?
You're not a Ravens fan?
Occasionally. Occasionally. Yeah.
Panthers. Here's the three-point shot. And misses everything. Ishikawa. And another quick one down low for Barreto. Well, 93.
They're closing in.
It also depends how quickly these shots go up at this end.
Oh, boy. Nice recovery.
Well, the ball goes to Watanabe, who dared to try a shot. Flick that shot up with Webb flying through the air. And Ikaruga over to Watanabe.
Jonathan Barrero has been planted on that same spot the entire game. He's been rewarded.
Oh, nice over the shoulder pass. That ball needed to be caught. That could have been on the highlight reel. And Killian Tilly and the Webb rebound, 95-67.
Yeah, a little cleanup right there.
Takeuchi going out. Look at this. Watch this pass. Look at this. This deserves to be finished.
It certainly does.
And Takeuchi, well, he's been on the court a long time. He's tired.
Yeah, he wasn't aware that that ball was going to come to him. You can't tell me he was. Oh, and he was tired? Okay.
Hoshikawa. Oh. Castañeda knocks it out of bounds. So we got 1:18 remaining. And again, as a reminder, tomorrow we got G League United against Illawarra Hawks and then Al Adli against Utsunomiya Brex.
Now that might be an interesting game.
Oh, it will be, definitely. They'll both be good.
Yeah.
Ball goes out of bounds. I know for a fact Illawarra came here to win this thing, so they will be a little bit angry tonight back at the hotel that they didn't get the win.
And so they should be. They had their opportunities, didn't they?
Yeah. Whether or not they tried to foul at the end to prevent the three, who knows? Here is Castañeda.
Oh,
nice shot. 97-67. It's going to be close, Chuck. Will they get to the 100? Hoshikawa. Back to Watanabe. And he's fouled by Barreto.
See, you can be rewarded for aggression. He will go to the line.
Balcerovski. Balcerovski throws up. Look at this. He gets it from 2 referees. And then Tilly comes to the rescue. And then as they go up to the line, Tilly and Balcerovski are laughing at each other. Spaku. Love those guys.
Well, 30-point game. There were times when it didn't feel that close. But it wasn't always this way. The first quarter was very competitive. In fact, halfway through the second quarter, I mean, you could pick them. 2 or 3 point this way or that way. It sort of ballooned a little bit at the halftime. I believe it was a 9-point lead at the half, but it's been all downhill since. Unicaja is there for real. Oh, look at that quick little jab step and turn. So wind down the last 10 or 12 seconds here. And
well, I don't think they're going to get to the 100, that's for sure.
No. Unless they call a timeout.
Don't think that's going to happen. Well, what a game. What a performance. Unicaja Malaga rolling up a big win, 97-68 over Utsunomiya Brex.
Yeah. Well, it was a beatdown, but they'll come back tomorrow. They'll remember this. It'll leave a bad taste in their mouth. So, Alahi is the next team on their agenda, and let's see if they can turn this thing around. And this has been a great 2 days so far. This is the only game that's been a rollover. So here's some of the stats. 63%. That shooting percentage didn't go down much, did it? Rebounds 41-29. Look at the assists, out of control. So Unicaja they're showing their pedigree tonight. That's for certain, Jeff.
For the favorites, the defending champions, or the holders of the FIBA Intercontinental Cup, get their second win. They punched their ticket for the final. And now they will wait to see who they play. They'll sit back, have a good day off. Guess maybe they'll have a light practice, who knows. But terrific performance. And now we're going to go down to the court. So Josh can speak to Tyler Kalinowski as you look at these stats.
One with the player of the game, Tyler Kalinowski. Congratulations. How does it feel for you to go 2-0 here at the FIBA Intercontinental Cup?
It feels great. I thought we played a lot better than we did yesterday. We picked it up a little bit, did a couple things better than we did yesterday, so we're on the right track. Feels good.
Now, do you find it initially harder to win the championship or to defend it?
I mean, anytime you go for a championship, it's going to be hard. We got some great teams here, so we know what it's going to take, so we know it's going to be difficult.
Of course, great support tonight from the Unicaja fans who've made the journey from Spain. Also great support from the Japanese fans from Tojiki. What can you say from all the fans tonight, the support here at the arena?
Oh, it's been awesome. Thank you guys for all the support, and come out and support us on Sunday.
Tyler Kalinowski, thank you so much. All the best in your next games.
Thank you.
Well, Tyler Kalinowski certainly lit it up tonight. I think he would have gone for a much bigger number had he not sat down, but with no need for him to stay out there with the team taking command.
Yeah, just a total team effort, Jeff. Right from the get-go, they had some hiccups right at the beginning. Brex were hitting a lot of their shots early on. We thought it was really going to be competitive. We were even thinking, oh, here we go again. Right, we've had 3 jewels, so to speak, and we thought for sure this was going to be another one, but didn't pan out that way. Second half came along and boom. Unicaja lowered the boom, that is. And a lot of this getting behind the defense. There was off the screen right there. Pull-up jumpers, threes, fast breaks, you name it. If there's a way to score, Unicaja found it.
Yeah, Unicaja Malaga rolling to a big win. It was pretty tight, you know, late in the first half, and then they just turned on the style, opened up that 8-point lead at halftime, and then turned on the afterburners right at the start of the third quarter. They was just pulling away, speeding up the game, playing their type of game. And I think this is a good sign, you know, not just for this competition, but for their season, that they were able to shift into a higher gear tonight.
Yeah. We look at the points in the paint, 50-16. Bench points, 51-5. I mean, those two stats right there. You know, rebounds, 41-29. Wherever you look, it's green.
Well, Unicaja up at the top, 2-0. They win Group B with a game day still to go. Al Ali taking on Utsunomiya Brex tomorrow for second place. Unicaja Malaga winning it 97-68 to close out the second day of the FIBA Intercontinental Cup.
It's